Good day. This is Kit Kat, sometimes known as Gigi. My page is called Our Constitution. And in this last election, I voted for Governor Moore. But what I read is, as he says, he inherited a deficient, like a lot of money. Maryland is in the hole. So, what has he decided to do after going to the White House with all the other governors? I mean, he's adding more taxes to Marylanders. First, I can say about a year ago, when I read about my car registration, I have an SUV, four-wheel drive, and that only cost me 188 every 2 years to renew. It's been doubled. It's been doubled. And the reason being is this is what they say. That extra money goes for road repairs. I mean, what were you using before that? You were still using taxpayer money. It's crazy. And, you know, most people, look, we're all suffering. We can't afford this. It's too much. They have a plan that if you can't pay the total amount, which mine would be around $347 to be paid in August, or else MVA takes away my registration and I can't drive my car anymore, that you can opt into paying 166 for the year and the following year the same thing. But it's disgusting, folks. It's disgusting. The other thing I slightly read, and I don't have the whole gist of the situation, is that seniors get a extra tax money of $1,000. And I think he's going to cut that from seniors to take care of a little part of the deficient. I mean, how much more can all these governors do under Donald Trump? And plus, he could stand up for himself and stand up for Maryland and and us. But come on, and he's cut funds for the disabled people for their programs. He's cut a lot of funding in areas. I mean, you can go online and put his name in there and see exactly what he's done. So, to me, look, I wasn't going to vote for Governor Hogan. I don't care what party I'm in. I vote for integrity, values, and morals. So I thought maybe Moore would be okay. But no, he's not. Want him out of there. He's no good. He's probably robbing the bank and that money that Hogan had left in there from the pandemic money. I'm serious. This is bad. So Governor Moore, you get a F this week. You have failed Marylanders. Seriously. And I watch just maybe, I don't watch too much of Trump talking because I have to nap all day just listening to him, instead of taking edible gummies or drugs. So I saw Moore sitting there, probably sweating, thinking about what the hell he's going to cut in the budget in Maryland. The other thing I noticed is that Social Security has more federal workers than the rest of the United States. And a lot of them have been cut from their jobs. So it's a time of chaos, folks. Chaos. It's chaos. Who do you trust? Who can you go to? Oh, but all I can think of, the man upstairs, God. I had no one in my bedroom upstairs. And if you watch me before, I do use some humor in my comments to make things a little bit easier for us to deal with our reality, that the man upstairs says, have faith, have hope, and continue praying for not just for yourself and your material your needs, or dear God, please give me that Porsche I wanted, or dear God, I would love that diamond ring. No, we don't pray like that. You pray, dear God. Even if you're an atheist, you can say, dear universe. You know, you're a spiritual person anyway. If you're morally and have integrity and everything, you can say, dear universe, I pray that Governor Moore changes his ways and looks out for the Maryland people and does not follow 47 and his crooked, evil ways against America. You know, that's how I look at it. So, prayers are good. Some people say, well, what good is it? I don't see God, so how does he exist? I don't see Jesus, so how does he exist? Look, I drowned when I was 17 and I couldn't get out of the ocean. I was trying, and each wave kept knocking me down, knocking me down. And everybody on the beach, after everything happened, the question was, were you drowning out there in the ocean? Well, there was a reason for me to drown and for my soul to leave this body back then when I was 17 and go to a location that is pure telepathic and all mind and thought, no connection to the body. And I mean, right before I left my body, and I didn't know I was going to leave my body, I just said to myself, I struggled, I got tired, and I just said, I'm just going with it. And right at that time, my soul popped right out, and it was like, whoa, it's like when you fall asleep, and if you ever dream and you're not aware of your body, but you're in this pure thought wave, and I hear a huge booming male voice say, what are your parents going to do without you? I keep hitting this table. What are your parents going to do without you? And I'm like, he's talking to me. We're talking in pure thought to each other. And I said, what do you mean? I'm only 17. I need them more than they need me. Oh, I said the wrong thing. I could have been in heaven. But then God or my angel or Jesus, whoever that entity was, told me my mission, told me exactly what I was doing far into the future, and picked me up. And he brought me all the way to the beach and dropped me off. So people say, where's your proof? Where do you have the proof? Like, oh my goodness. You just have to have faith. And the funny thing is, when I grew up and went to Catholic school, those nuns and priests were nasty. Maybe one was nice, but there was a lot of physical, verbal abuse. There was abuse with, I'm sure everybody's heard the thing about, the rulers, not the little rulers, the long rulers, or whichever size the nuns used, and telling children, put your hands on your table, and hitting and cracking them. And also priests saying, God hates you and you're going to hell. So it was all about fear. Well, now here's all the governors. Let's go back to that. So I just told you about my spiritual experience way back when, and I'm a senior. So here we are today in our reality, and all the governors are sitting around listening to Donald Trump. And if they don't do what Donald Trump says, they will get sanctions to their cities, to their states. He will take things away. This is how a bully works. So, again, Governor Moore better step up to the program and think more of Marylanders than what Trump is saying. And if you inherited that deficient amount of money that I've never ever heard of before, but it is a huge amount, did Hogan take some money and buy his $1 million mansion? Like, what went on there? But take a deep breath, breathe out. It's a new day, one day at a time, because the end source of any evil, any misdoing, God knows everything. He sees everything you do, even if you're atheist, Muslim, or whoever you are. He sees everything. He sees everything. He knows everything. You cannot lie to this person. And we all have. We all have. But anyway, what is that saying? The cat calling the kettle black. We're all sinful. But anyway, that's another story. More, get your shit together. That's all I can say. I'm tired of it.